Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's episode of Thumbnail Week, I'm going to be teaching you how you can shade your bloxdio character into your background and make it match with it. So the first step into making a good shaded character is you need to know where the light is coming from. As you can see, the light is coming from this direction, pointing here. So this part, the face and the arm, should be like pretty lighted. Meanwhile, the left part should be darkened a bit, and there should be a shadow on the floor and a bit on the character because we have the bed that's covering a little bit of light. So now what you're going to need to do is something pretty similar to my background tutorial, which you can check. What you need to do is go here on the toolbar, right click and click on polygonal lasso select. So now what you need to do is select the light part on your image, which for me is here and the arm, the right part of the arm, because this is dark. So here's a quick time lapse. So now I have the lighted part selected. What I need to do is copy paste, selecting the layer where the character is. And now we have two layers. So this first layer, there are two layers. The one that's going to be the dark part and the one that's going to be the light one. So you want to select the light part, go to Image, Adjustment, and click on Brightness/Contrast. Here, this will appear, and you're going to be able to control the brightness and contrast of the bright part. So you want to increment the light and lower a little bit the contrast. And now on the dark part, you want to go to Image, Adjustment, and again Brightness. And what you want to do is lower a bit the brightness and increment the contrast. So now the shading looks a bit cleaner, but we can improve this even better. So what you need to do what you can do is do another trick we used in some other videos. You want to go to the toolbar, click on paintbrush, increment the size of the brush, and put the hardness on 0. So what you want to do is go here and create a new empty layer by clicking this button. And in this layer, you're going to want to make like light. Click, oh, you have to have a white color. So you want to click here, and then more light will be made. But this is a bit bright and it's like on top of the background, and we only need it on the player. So you want to go to Magic Wand, which is in the toolbar. You want to select the layer of the character and click on the outside of the character, because now we'll be selecting everything except the character. So you go to the light layer. So you go to the light layer and you want to click on delete, because now the light will only appear on the character. But you still want to change how much light there is. So you go to filling and you control a bit and decide where your perfect light is. So now you want to click on the character layer, but the one with the light part. You want to right click and click on blending options. Here a lot of options will appear, but the one you want to activate is bevel and emboss. Click on it, and like this light and dark part will start to appear. Since this is the light layer, you have to put the opacity of the dark part on 0, but the light part You can control however you like the size. I'd recommend you to soften it a lot. If you want to make like a really small thing, like a contour, you can just make the size real small and soften it a lot less. But if you want to make like a more deep uh, light, what you can do is like uh, low, increase a lot the size, and what you want to do is soften a lot and lower the opacity. So now we have a pretty good lighting. So now you click on OK, and what you can do is go to the dark layer, click on blending options again. You can do like the same, but put the opacity of the light part on 0 and increase the dark part. So you can make like this cool shaded, like this cool dark area, which works out pretty well. So now the last step we're missing in this thumbnail is the shadow. So you want to copy paste the layer of the dark character, and what you want to do is click on edit, transform, and flip horizontally. You also want to right click on it, put the blending options, and click on color overlay. Put this in black, although it be the default. And now what you can do is rotate it and make it like the shadow of the character. So when it's finally done, so now you want to right click on it, click on convert to smart object, and then you can change its filling. And you also want to click on flip. If you want to make it even more realistic, you can click on filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and now you can blur it and make it much cleaner. Now when you have the complete character done, you want to, well, I'm going to duplicate it because I like to keep the file, but I want to duplicate everything and convert it into a smart object. So now I can color correct it. So you click on filter, camera raw, and here you have a lot of settings to mess with. I have a more depth tutorial for lighting, for color correction, which is in my background tutorial, which you can check if you haven't. But I'm just going to make the contrast higher, change a bit the lighting, make it a bit, just a little bit cold, and higher the saturation and vibrance. So now a trick I like to use to make the character feel in movement is to add motion blur to it. So what you need to do is duplicate the layer of the character, convert it into a smart object, click on filter, go to blur, motion blur. You can change the angle, but this is okay, and you want to make the distance a lot to give this subtle movement and like glowment in general that I really like to use. So now you can add text and assets, which you can take from my Discord server, but I'm going to leave this thumbnail as it is. Thank you for watching. Bye.